from Tarot with Joanna, here to do another reading. Hello, hello, hello. So, Leo, in today's reading, I am going to give you one card from the Denise Lynn Oracle card, one from the Joe Wah Oracle tarot deck, and then do your reading and then clarify it. Just wanted to let you know I am definitely trying to get on, do a live, but trying to wait for my webcam. So it's going to take time here. So, but definitely will. You'll know. Look at the community page. All right. So let's get to it. Leo, take what resonates with you and leave the rest. This is for Leo. Leo, Leo, Leo. This is for Leo spirit. One card for Leo from here. Nice. Then you have one from here. All right. So you have competition. Competition. Wow. Isn't this just like your card, your zodiac side card? It says competition. Summon courage and self-confidence. Yes, definitely. Find your courage and your confidence to do the things that you want to do. You know, remember that you are Leo. You do have that confidence. You do have that courage. You know, no matter what, you know, you have that, okay? Find your courage, confidence to do the things that you need to do. You also have overcoming obstacles. You can overcome anything. And definitely, I feel like a lot of things are changing for a lot of us. And I feel like finally you're going to see clearer. You're going to see a lot of the path more clearer for you. So I do believe that. So it's very nice. All right. So Leo, take what resonates with you and leave the rest. This is for Leo. Leo, Leo, Leo. I'm going to do these first. All right, Leo. Take a look at your moon sign, your rising sign, and your sun sign. Did I say sun, moon, and rising? Yes. And, you know, maybe you can look at all the videos and maybe put something together, you know, and get a reading out of that. So, also, remember to take what resonates and leave what doesn't. One for the current. This is for Leo. Is that okay? One for the situation. One for the past or now. For what's hidden. One for the hopes and the fears. I'll just put that right there. One for the, let me just move that here. Well, you can see it all. One for the, what you need to do now. Oh. What you need to work on. And the outcome. Wow. Okay. So I do still feel like you're holding on to something. Could be, you know, you're holding on to the past or something like that. But definitely leaving it. Could still be holding on to it, but leaving it. I also feel like you are definitely putting things in order, knowing what you need to do and starting to do it. So it's nice. Very nice. All right. So Leo, see what's going on here. You start off with the Emperor card. The Emperor is definitely talking about taking your power back, you know, making decisions. You know, you're ready for anything that comes your way. Of course, you're Leo. You do have the Nine of Cups here. I feel like you need to really see everything that you've been doing, you know, your accomplishments, you know, stuff like that. Also feel like you need to find your courage and your confidence also. Wow. Okay. You have the Lovers card here. The Lovers definitely talking about making a decision. Maybe you had to make a decision. They were asking you to trust the process and things, you know, you communicate better on how you're speaking to people, not harshly. And I do feel like it's in the past, like it's been in the past, or you're in it right now. Yeah, the Devil card here. The Devil card is definitely talking about, you know, maybe something tying you down, maybe feeling stuck also, or, you know, just going back to your old patterns, you know, stuff like that. I feel like you're needing to leave, you know, anything self-doubting that you talk yourself to about, like, you know, like you can't do this or you can't do that, you know, stop doing that to yourself. if you're doing it. Put this over here, put this here. I do feel with the Eight of Wands down here for the hopes and the fears. I do feel like, things are going to start moving very fast for you. I feel like there's unexpected messages, unexpected news, change coming through and moving forward. So it's good. You do have the Page of Pentacles here. Page of Pentacles is definitely talking about, of course, messages coming in, but also about learning something new, learning something long term, a new adventure or your new experience coming through. I also feel like there could be financial opportunities for you also here. The Knight of Wands is here. Knight of Wands is saying, move forward from everything that, is not for you. Just move forward. Don't rush into things. Take it easy. Let's see what else. Yeah. Also, too, they're asking you to like really try something different. Also, you have the Nine of Pentacles here for the outcome, which is very nice. The Nine of Pentacles is definitely talking about, being more focused, putting your energy into something that's going to make you happy. I feel like you're very, very dependent. You know what you're doing, but you got to trust yourself on things. Like stop second guessing yourself, Leo. Okay. Wow, interesting. All right, so Leo, take what resonates with you and leave the rest. This is going to be for Leo. Leo, Leo, Leo. All right, my Leos. Why is the Emperor here for Leo? Oh. All right. So, wow. Okay, so you did get the Eight of Wands again. So that just tells me that there is a lot of fast movement here. You are definitely trying to make plans for something. I feel like there's traveling here also. I feel like you're ready for something new. But you need to have patience for everything. Take your power back in things that you're doing. And I feel like you are. I feel like you're getting things under control. I feel like you're doing your own thing and you're also being your own you. Like you're being your unique you. I do feel like you're definitely moving forward. I feel like there's going to be messages that you're going to hear about. Unexpected message, unexpected change, and news, because you have it here twice. So be ready. And also changes here. But definitely moving on the right path here. You do have the Nine of Cups. And why is the Nine of Cups here for the situation? Thank you. So with the Nine of Cups and you have the Page of Swords. You have the Three of Cups here. Okay, so with the Nine of Cups, you start off with the Nine of Cups here. You see him, and he's just looking so happy. Oh, he's happy, so happy. He's looking so happy. He's looking like, wow, I accomplished this and I accomplished that. And you should be, you should be very happy and content with everything that you have done. I feel like you have made a lot of accomplishments in your life, but they're asking you to see them. They're asking you to see everything that you have done, to feel confident that you can do this and everything else. Okay, is what they're saying. They're asking you to also see the truth in things, because you also have the Page of Swords here. When the Page of Swords shows up, it's talking about, really communicating better, really communicating clearly, not jumping into conclusions, seeing the truth about everything and not just, thinking about this or, thinking about that, or jumping into things, overthinking things that you shouldn't be, Stop doing that. Stop jumping into little things that are, oh, I'm sick, so now I'm dying. No, don't think like that. Think positive in things. I do feel like you're exploring new things, and I feel like there's messages, like I said, coming in. There's some kind of messages that want to come towards you, definitely. But you're standing strong. You are definitely standing strong, Leo. But be careful on how you're jumping into things and information that you're putting out. See the truth and speak your truth about things. Okay. Also with the Three of Cups here, I feel like, you need to be around people who are going to lift you up and support you in the things that you do, instead of, being around the negative. Really, really change that. I do feel like you are supported by a lot of people, friends and family. I feel like there's togetherness here, like a community group, or maybe you need to get involved in some kind of group, or, so you could talk it out or something like that is here. Okay. So, wow. do feel also too that you could be going towards some kind of celebration for some of you guys. Like I said, the Lover's card is definitely here. There is a decision that you had to make or you're contemplating. I do feel like, you know what? I do feel like it's now that you're going to be making a choice. I feel like you need to trust the process though on it. I feel like you definitely need to trust the process and really communicate things, okay, between you and another person who you're very close with. But really try to communicate better on things. You are definitely on a new path. And remember that everything has two sides. I'm being told to tell you that, okay? You have the Devil card here for what's hidden. And why is the Devil here for what's hidden? Wow. Huh. All right, you guys. So I'm going to tell you straight out. I don't know who this is for, but it could be for all of y'all. But I'm just going to tell you right now. Be careful on how you're using your money. Really be careful. You know, the Seven of Swords is here. When I get the Seven of Swords in my reading, it's not saying that, you know, things are going to get better. It's saying something is, you know, something around you or some kind of energy is around you that, you know, they could be very misleading. Be careful on how you're spending your money also. Be careful on those temptations, like wanting to buy this or wanting to buy that, especially if you don't need it, you know. Be careful on how you're handling your money. Right now they're asking you to really to see the patterns that you're doing and you're pushing through, okay? And be careful on that. I also feel like you could be feeling stuck at times, like you're not knowing what to do. I also feel like, you know, you could be going back to patterns like old habits and stuff like that. And they're asking you to move away from that. Also, too, with the Seven of Swords here, I feel like you need to really be careful on who you're trusting and what you're doing with your money. If it sounds too good to be true, then then look at it. You know, don't do it, okay? Because you do have the Seven of Swords here and the King of Pentacles, and it's almost saying that, you know, be aware. There's something not right about what you're on. Some kind of offer or something about your finances is here. So really be careful with that, okay? It's like almost as if they're saying, you know, you're going to be taken, like something's going to be taken from you. So be careful. I would just be careful on your finances. I wouldn't be careful on change your passwords, whatever it is you got to do, just be careful on that. You have the Eight of Wands here. And why is the Eight of Wands here for the hopes and the fears? So, so with the Eight of Wands here, so with the Eight of Wands, I do believe that you're definitely going to be moving forward. But there's just so much that's going on in your life. You know, you have a lot of worry. You know, you jump to conclusions very quickly. And you got to be careful with that, okay? So really be careful on how you're doing things. Don't rush into things. Don't rush into everything that's going on. You know, don't just jump to conclusions is what they're saying. I feel like you are definitely, you're moving forward. I feel like like I said, there's some kind of messages that are going to come in. There's change here. There's change, there's messages, you know, so just be careful with that. You have the Nine of Swords here. The Nine of Swords is saying that, you know, you could be overthinking on something, you know, maybe some kind of news that you received or something that's going on. Maybe you're harping too much on it, and that you're making more than you should out of it. Okay, so they're asking you to be careful on how you're doing things. You know, really be careful and really be, you know, try not to jump into conclusions, you guys, and really try not to be overthinking on things, okay? And then you have the Sun card that, you know, yes, you may be overthinking on a lot of things, you know, or, you know, trying to make things more than they should be. But the sun is still shining on you. The sun is still going to be shining on you. You're still going to be feeling better. Things are opening up for you. There's going to be opportunities and experiences here. You know, it's going to be very nice for you. But try not to overthink on things, okay? Try not to make things more than what they are, is what they're saying. You do have the Page of Pentacles up here for what you need to do now. All right. So definitely a decision is here. I feel like you're going to be making some kind of decision also. You have the Two of Cups. There could be some kind of offer coming in for you as well. So it's very nice. I feel like things are going to balance out for you. I feel like things are going to fall into place for you because you do have the Justice card and the Two of Cups. But they're asking you to really see the truth in things, okay? Like I said, really see the truth on how you're spending the money, how you're using money. Also, see the truth. Just see the truth in everything. Just stop trying to jump to conclusions when you don't know, okay? Really take that time. I also feel like you're going to receive some kind of offer or some kind of messages coming in for you. Wow, okay. Let's see. Also, you could be dealing with a legal matter also. I feel like it's going to be in your favor. I feel like there's some kind of money coming in for you, but there's going to be some kind of opportunity coming in. So that's very nice. And I also feel like you're going to be learning something that is going to make you some kind of money also. That's going to keep it stable for you. So it's nice. That is very nice. You have the Knight of Wands here. And why is the Knight of Wands here for what you need to work on? Wow, there it is. Wow. Look at that. Definitely moving forward, but really try to slow down. Okay. Try to, be open about things because I do feel like there's going to be new experiences coming towards you, but try not to rush into things. Okay. I feel like with the Ace of Pentacles here, I feel like you're going to have more than enough money. And I feel like at times you feel like you're not going to have enough money, but you will. Okay. I feel like you need to start your new projects and put them out there. I feel like whatever you were dealing with, things are going to start getting smoother, start getting better for you. This is a new path for you. You are on the right path. There is opportunities here for you, financial opportunities, okay, because it's going to push you forward. Whatever this new path is and what it brings, like the abundance and all that, something's going to push you forward. So it's good. Ready to move forward. And I know you are. Things are opportunities coming towards you. I feel like you are definitely making plans to move forward. And you will. Take your time with things. Don't rush decisions, okay? Wow, very nice. And then you have the Nine of Pentacles. Wow. Nice. Okay, so like I said, with the Nine of Pentacles here, I do feel like, you need to be more focused, more flexible, and finding your confidence, okay? Really find your confidence. Really put your energy into something that you're going to enjoy, something that's going to be making you happy. I feel like you're very independent and you do know how to make this abundance. You do know how to make the abundance, but I do feel like there is some kind of abundance also coming in towards you. Be careful on how you're using your money. Really be careful on the patterns that you have or going back to old patterns or even, you could be feeling stuck, like not knowing what to do, but you are going to rise above it. Okay. I feel like you're going through this huge transformation, and it's taking its time, because you're changing a lot, going through a lot of changes all at once. And I feel like not only are you yourself changing, but your health and, the way you're doing things is changing. Okay. So it's very nice. They're asking you to really nurture yourself, to take care of yourself, to trust your intuition. But the main thing is that, you open your intuition and you use it on these things that are going on in your life, because there is a lot of change here. But there's sometimes you have a lot of self-doubts that make you feel like, things are not going to get better. Things are just going to stay the same. And you got to get away from that, or things are going to happen to me. You got to get out of that mindset, Try not to overthink on things that are going on in your life. Just go with the flow. Let everything come in and, keep going forward, because definitely going forward no matter what. Wow. All right, Leo. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. God bless.